Char Margolis, Char Communications Incorporated, and Char Vision LLC do not endorse or offer for any purpose but entertainment the views of any guest or other expert on Char Vision or UBN.
I knew things before they happened from the time I was a child. At the age of 8, I saw a spirit at the foot of my bed and didn't know what it was. And in my 20s, I finally realized I had a special ability that could help others. I have learned that love never dies. There is a spirit world that can communicate with us, and we all have the gift of intuition. Join me, and together we will explore the possibilities of the unknown from beyond and more. This is Char Vision. Hey everybody, it's Sunny and Char, and thank you for watching Char Vision, and thank you for all your tweets and your Facebook and Instagram. And if you go to char.net, char.net, if you're not on any of my social media, please sign up, because I do that myself when I have the time, and I'd love to talk to you. Today is March 15th, 2019, and today was a very sad day in New Zealand, at Christchurch, one of the most, what people thought was the most safest place on earth. A man, a terrorist, shot 49 people at a mosque, and he wrote a whole page. He wrote a whole dissertation about it, but he doesn't like that the white race is being taken over by color, and it's really obnoxious and really scary, and it's frightening me about all the bigotry that's happening in our world. But the one thing, the anti-Semitism, the bigotry against Muslims, blacks, it's really upsetting. But the one thing that I did want to say about, do people pay for this? What happens to them? I believe that there's karma, and I believe that what goes around comes around. And I've always known that our real goal in life is we keep reincarnating and we reincarnate into different bodies, different looks, different colors, different races, different religions, until we learn to become one with God, goodness, and love. So when someone crosses over to the other side, we see, if you go to a good place, we will see that energy that we identify with. So some people see Christ, some people see Allah, some people might see Moses, you might see your grandmother, your mother, your father, your child, whoever is on the other side. But once we go to the other side, we judge ourselves in God's eyes. And what would be God's eyes? And so anybody who has these prejudices and this bigotry will, when they get to the other side, have to learn the hard way of how to, if they want to grow, if they want their soul to grow, because the real goal is for all of us to become one with goodness, love, and God. And I just want to send prayers out to all the people at the mosque in New Zealand. And if you guys along with me, the more prayers we have, the more positivity we have, because we want to make sure that they get to a good place on the other side. And they were praying. So the positive thing about dying when you're praying is that you're going to connect with that who you pray to, which is their divine maker. So anyway, it's just, our world needs to shape up. And some of it, I've got a book coming out, by the way. I wasn't going to tell you guys about it yet, but I'll tell you more about it down the road. But I'll have a book coming out the first quarter of 2020 vision. Like our friend Glynis would say, it's time for people to open their eyes. And I'll tell you more about it down the road when we get closer to it. But today I have one of our favorite people, Brad Olson, who's the expert in UFOs, and he's written books. He's written a book called Modern Esoteric and Future Esoteric, and he's the award-winning author and publisher. And he works at the Life Expo. He's been on several television shows like Ancient Aliens and Unearthing Mysteries of the National Parks, and he's a founder and co-producer of the How Weird Street Fair is the Soma neighborhood of his home base, San Francisco. And anyway, when Brad was on last time, he told us that he was going to be going to the Antarctic. So we've got photos. We've got so much to learn about this. Brad, thank you so much for being here.
Hey, Char, it's great to be back, and I promise you to be on again when I cut back from Antarctica and my South America
trip.
Wait
a second.
So here I am.
Well, wait, you look really good. You lost weight?
Oh, a lot of weight, and that was on the Drake Passage over to Antarctica. Threw up all the food I had after 2 days as soon as we got in the rocking water, and then I couldn't eat for about 36 hours.
Oh, no.
So it was a complete purge, including dry heaves. So I emptied my system of everything.
Yeah.
And as a result, lost about 20 pounds.
Yeah, and your hair looks good. I mean, you look great. So this is good. Maybe your guides are getting you ready for more TV and stuff, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm feeling good. It was a fun trip, very exciting, very adventurous.
So tell us.
But I'm glad to be back,
Can you first tell us why you went?
Well, when life throws you lemons, sometimes you have to make lemonade.
Okay.
And really what prompted this whole trip was I lost my apartment in San Francisco about 11 months ago. It was a no-fault eviction, no fault of my own. Always paid my rent and everything, but the building sold and a new owner wanted to move into my rent-controlled unit, and I got the boot. So I was going to put a bid on a house up in Lake Tahoe. Mm-hmm. And the day I got up there to start working on it, that property went into escrow. It just sort of popped my bubble. And I thought, well, I got a settlement out of it. And I use these opportunities in between a place to live to travel. So I thought, what are the places I want to see? Where haven't I been yet? And there were 2 continents, South America and Antarctica. Mm-hmm. Now I'm in the 7-continent club.
Oh, wow. That's amazing. Now, before you went, what was the legend about Antarctica? Why did you want to go there?
We hear so much in the conspiracy research field about what might be happening down there. And really, it's difficult to verify, much like people talk about what might be on the moon or Mars.
Right.
But we can't go there, so we don't know. But Antarctica is different because we can go there. Even though very, very few people do go there, it's about 1% of all people alive in the world have ever been to the southern continent.
But isn't the legend that some famous people or royalty or people in government have gone down there?
And they were going quite frequently around the year 2016.
And why were they going?
That's the big question. And it was presumed it was to see something in the, quote, Illuminati Disneyland, whether that be a large 3-mile craft under the ice, antediluvian civilization, possibly from Atlantis, and or giants / extraterrestrials bodies being found. So any one of those 3 would be a breakthrough for humanity to know. Now, this photo I can't verify. Some say it's from the movie Orion Conspiracy.
Oh.
I don't know yet. I'm going to have to rewatch that movie.
What is it? What is that of?
Well, it's supposed to be some craft under the ice, but I don't remember this scene where it showed these exact images.
The one that looks like a boot? It looks like a boot from here, but my eyes aren't great.
Yeah, so I have to call these images speculation that there may be something under the ice, because I did go down there to investigate.
Okay.
And from sea captains who have been sailing down there for over 20 years and know the area very well, especially the Palmer Peninsula where I was going. But some of these captains have gone afield even to New Schwabenland. And I asked them about possible bases there. And basically either people weren't talking didn't want to tell me what they knew, or maybe there isn't anything down there, because really I didn't come back with a whole lot of verifying information. Only
you didn't.
two really important things, just a couple things.
What?
Well, one was when I was interviewing not only scientists, but station chiefs, anybody who would talk to me at 6 active bases or stations, they call them, down there on the Palmer Peninsula. One gentleman who was a marine biologist at the Brown Argentine station said that another one of their Argentinian stations had a UFO orb sighting about a month before, like in December 2018 at the Belgrano 2 base.
Oh.
Because I was inquiring about the disc under the ice. He hadn't heard of it. But a lot of these people are only there seasonally, and they're only stationed there for 4 months or so. In fact, right now, everybody's leaving for that 8-month period of just twilight and darkness.
Oh. And
for 4 months a year at the South Pole, it goes pitch black, totally dark, no sun at all. So that can do someone's head in. And
right.
So what I came back from this trip thinking is I'm more of an Antarctica realist than anything else, because I realize how difficult it is to travel there, how expensive it is, and how cold it is. And if you're not going in the right season,
right,
or if you're saying that you did a secret mission, of course, that's hard to verify. But I did find out that through the Antarctica Treaty that military missions are actually prohibited. When we hear a lot of these stories about, big missions going down to find discs under the ice and stuff, and especially if they happen to mention in the month of August, which is one of those very dark months, very, very cold months, right. I have to raise a cautionary flag and say, let's think about this, because some of those details of knowing about Antarctica just don't match up with common sense or how missions are performed down there. And now I have a pretty good understanding about how people would want to go into the interior or go there by boat, fly in, snowmobile trek in. There's a lot of different ways you can explore the interior, but it's only a 4-month window, mid-November to mid-March.
And were there other people there besides you?
Well, about 300,000 tourists make it down there a year.
Oh.
They have support staff, and just a few of those percentage, only about 5%, are actually researchers. Most are tourists on big cruise ships. So some of those don't even go ashore. Some of them just float by, and I guess you get to say you saw it or went to it. But some of them do go ashore, and you get to see penguin colonies.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah. But we were on a sailboat with only 14 people. With a dinghy and a pretty young hotshot co-captain who was willing to take risks, like take us right out to where whales were swimming by.
Oh, wow.
Or to climb on glacier icebergs and things like that.
Yeah, I was going to ask if you went on the glaciers.
We did. Yeah, we had a couple opportunities to jump on.
That's so
take
beautiful.
Take a quick picture movie.
Do you have photos of that?
I do, yeah.
Where is it? Tony, can you find that, please?
Where's my iPhone? Did I send them?
Yeah, you sent us. Is that okay? Wait.
I could show them on the video screen
really
with
fast.
my phone if you want to see them.
Oh.
Hey, Emily, can you bring me my phone? See if she gets that message.
Oh, you can't see what Tony's showing me then.
I cannot.
Okay, so first of all.
Oh, here we go. Now I can.
Okay, there.
So this is the hunt for meteorites. This is very much a scientific operation that goes on there, because as the 5th largest continent in the world, twice as big as Australia and bigger than Europe and about the same size as Canada and the lower 48 states, it is a huge tableau of white. So anything like a rock is almost always going to be a meteorite that had fallen in that previous year. And so they go out scouring the polar plateau looking for meteorites, and it is the biggest repository of them in the world. So there are very exact science projects and different things that are happening down there. And that's what most of the information and feedback I got about what people are going down there to do or to look at.
So there was a meteorite in there, down there.
That was a meteorite that you just saw.
Yeah. Okay. And so what would that have to do with the UFO, though? I mean,
well, this is where we go into the speculation again. There is a rumored giant hole there that you could even take a plane in, as Admiral Byrd allegedly said he did. Fly into this big giant inner Earth world, turn around and fly back out.
Wait, you fly into the hole in the snow?
That's what Admiral Byrd would do. It's that big. It's massive. And I can tell you this for a fact. There is a no-fly zone over an area of the South Pole that is absolutely massive, that goes on for hundreds of miles. And as I was on with George Norrie a couple nights ago, I told him this story, and he said, well, why would they have a no-fly zone there? Nobody ever goes there. And he's absolutely right. There may be 3 or 4 flights an entire year there.
So they're hiding.
So why do you have to have a no-fly zone?
So they're hiding something.
It would seem that the reason they give for having this no-fly zone is that it is an area that is very sensitive to sound and vibration and frequency, because they're testing all of this in the ice.
Tony, can we see another photo?
I'm going to show this one.
Well, we've seen
so that's supposedly it from outer space. In this age of Photoshop,
yeah, what's
though,
that?
I'm kind of dubious until
what is that, a footprint?
Yeah. Now this one is from Google Earth in 2013. Actually, that date is not correct. This is the old view of it you had on Google Earth. And notice the runway on the upper left and what looks like a snowmobile track to a site. And then there's footprints and ways to go and look at this, some kind of piece of giant machinery.
Yeah.
I don't know what to make of it. So if you could go back in the Wayback Machine and see this, it's at the Conan base, and there happens to be a German base here. And by the way, the Germans never left this area that they claimed called New Schwabenland. They have a base there called Neumayer 2 base, and the Germans have always had a presence here. So when I was plugging in GPS coordinates one time, I got this feature in the ice from 2013, and we'll show you the slide of what it looks like lately. There we go. That's what it would look like. And there's the coordinates if anybody wants to take them down and check it out.
Well,
and
wait a second. Is there also like a legend that the Germans have seen the UFOs too? Do they talk about it?
Well, again, this is speculation, because if you went to an official government or talked to anyone on their base, I would say that they don't think that there was much of a presence here, although it is established that the Nazis set up an area called New Schwabenland directly south of South Africa.
And what's that legend then? What did they do?
Well, that they
there?
set up a base there, and that they had some U-boats going in and out and were dropping off supplies and some troops, and that they did have a presence there.
Ooh, what's that?
Well, it's interesting.
It's a pyramid.
There's a pyramid too, not too far from there. This is more in the mountain range closer to Palmer Peninsula. And some people have told me that it's nothing more than just an attractive rock poking through the ice. They call them Nun Attacks. And I said, well, has anybody been there? Has anybody climbed it? Has anybody examined it? And the guy wasn't sure if anybody had. They just kind of fly by it and see it like that. But they all seem to think that it's just a feature.
But has anyone seen like the UFOs, like the spacecraft go into the mountains or into the water, or has there been a sighting of any of that?
Well, not really. Nothing that can be proven, verified with photos or videos. It's just sort of people's account or hand drawings. So it's not a whole lot to go on. And so when I was talking to a lot of the researchers, sea captains, station chiefs, they had no information to give me. Now, whether they were holding back or really didn't know anything, that's all I can report on it.
So you know that I teach intuition, and I believe that everybody has gut feelings and intuitive feelings. And I would like to know, like when you were sleeping or in the middle of the night, or if you had any epiphanies or any gut feelings about what you were really feeling in the energy there?
Well, I was feeling some incredible energy there from just because it is an otherworldly environment.
Mm-hmm.
And the animals have no fear of humans, and you can go right up to from a giant leopard seal that eats penguins to penguins themselves, and look at them as close as I'm looking at you on the screen, and you're like invisible to them because they don't see you as an enemy. Right when a mother is with her chicks, they're not even threatened at all. There are some birds that go fly in and try to get some eggs, and then they scream and yell at them, but they don't really make a fuss about humans. It's really amazing to see. Wow. Same with dolphins. We're swimming along with our boat in the Beagle Channel, and we looped around to Cape Horn at the end of the trip.
Were there polar bears?
No, polar bears only live in the north. They're only in the Arctic, just as penguins are only in the south.
And wait, what's this other photo you have up there, Tony? What is that? Oh, I was thinking. Oh, I'm seeing something behind you. Okay, what is that?
This is, again, another image that can be spied on Google Earth. And what's interesting, if you look closely at it, you get a lot of right angles, and even what look like perhaps some stairways that go through the middle, almost like a step pyramid.
Right.
In Central America, the step pyramid of Zoser in Egypt, or a ziggurat in the Middle East. Nature does not create in right angles. And that's why this particular picture is so interesting.
Yeah.
That to have that kind of symmetry is not something that appears in nature too often or ever. Especially to have two of these structures that are very similar in the design and the layout. And again, you can see some what look like footprints or people walking around them. So this is probably one of the better images of what the Illuminati Disneyland, and I put that in quotes, might be.
Right.
Some ancient ruins that would harken back to an antediluvian civilization once on this earth.
Can you brief us again about what the Illuminati is?
Well, it's a title for a secretive group over 200 years ago out of Germany. Mm-hmm. And they were the elite, as we would know them today. And certainly names change over time. It's kind of a joke nickname, but I've heard some people, including Leo Lion-Zagami, who wrote Confessions of Illuminati, say they still think of themselves that way, like the Illuminated, that they became the world controllers. They have the money and the control of the resources, and they kind of picture themselves as better than we are.
Isn't the legend that some royalty and some presidents and people high up in the government have been involved with that?
Well, they do indeed attend the Bilderberg meeting and the Trilateral Commission meetings, and they do meet in secret to basically implement plans which people in the government then are more like the hired lackeys to make actionable and get it done.
Oh.
But the people behind the scenes, so today we call them the deep state or shadow government, the cabal is more appropriate. They control the resources, the purse strings in the world, the most important ones. That is energy, the creation of money, pharmaceuticals, the media. They control the mass media and they control the message. That's why we hear so very little about them. They don't want their MO to be broadcast to the world. But they are the elite, and they do reward those government officials who work with them. So sometimes when you see like politicians going down to Antarctica too, maybe they're one and of the same agenda.
Oh. Boy, have any of our government people recently gone down there? Do you know?
Newt Gingrich and his wife. Newt Gingrich supports Trump, and he's kind of on that team. And his wife is actually the ambassador to the Vatican.
Oh.
And the Pope's been down there, and Patriarch Kirill of Russia has been down there. So you have religious leaders as well going, which is quite interesting.
So who the heck would want to go to a place that's freezing cold where there's no sunlight? I mean, and there's really no attractions there. I mean, there's got to be a reason people go there.
And that's what all the speculation is for. and even royal family members. King Carlos of Spain went.
Mm-hmm.
Prince Harry with all his army buddies did like a cross-country trip.
Right.
And John Kerry was there on election day, so real high-level politicians. Putin and Obama were rumored to also have gone around this 2016 timeframe. And that was when the world went into a different kind of
tailspin
system. Yeah, tailspin with Trump and a whole new amount of politicians more leaning to the right are getting elected.
So the question is the Illuminati still in charge of what's going on, even with Trump?
Yeah, I do believe they wield a great bit of power over the world and how it operates. And I outline this in both my esoteric series books, Modern Esoteric and Future Esoteric, because we really have to know what we're dealing with when we're talking about this high level of players on planet Earth, the real movers and shakers. And it really only comes down to a few hundred of them. There's not that many who are extremely wealthy and can pretty much tell the politicians what they want done at the Bilderberg or Trilateral Commission meetings. And
so
then it rolls out. Then you get a G12 meeting the following week after the Bilderbergers meet in Europe every time,
so
like clockwork.
Does that mean like the Congress and Senate are all puppets? I don't get it.
Well, Char, as long as we have lobbyist money
right
in our system, consider it to be corrupt.
Right.
Consider it to be absolutely corrupt.
Well,
until we can get rid of that, it won't be, and it's never will be. So
yeah, I'm not that naive. I agree with you.
Yeah. So they're bought and paid for. That's what the mafia used to use their term. Hey, he's bought and paid for. We got him in our back pocket. He'll do what we want him to do.
It's like
you know what I'm saying?
Follow the money, right?
You follow the money, and then it's real simple. The Swiss did a big study on it, and that they followed who are the biggest stockholders, who owns the biggest banks, who's got controlling interest. And it went down to 146 individuals.
Oh, wow.
Control about 80% of all the big corporations and money institutions in the world that makes things happen.
When did they do that study?
That's in my book, Future Esoteric. And so that was done around 2010. The results of that came out.
Do you have any new books coming out?
Yeah, I have a third in the series called Beyond Esoteric.
Oh, is it?
But I've been traveling so much that I got to get myself settled in a new place and get that book out. But it's about 80% done. I'm saying a 2020 release.
Will you come back and talk to us about your new book? You're just so fascinating, and I just love having you on. And
sure, Char. Anytime.
Thank you. And everybody, like on social media and all the Char visionaries, people, they love, I'm getting all kinds of can't wait till tonight. And I mean, cool. you have a great following. So I appreciate you sharing your knowledge with us, because I'm not going to the Antarctic. That's for sure.
Well, the next best thing is then come to one of my presentations. I'm doing the mysteries of South America and the anomalies of Antarctica.
Okay, so tell us about this and how can people go there?
And it will be web streamed. Beyond the Matrix is for the spring equinox, and that's coming right up. This
what's your
Tuesday
website? How do people get there?
You can go to bradolson.com and events and see the info, or cccpublishing.com to see all my books. And then I also produced the How Weird Street Fair in San Francisco, May 5th.
Okay.
So I'm getting back right after these conferences. And then right after Beyond the Matrix, I go to Rio Rancho, New Mexico for Human Origins.
Okay.
And I'll also be at 5D Vegas, April 19, 2021, and Contact in the Desert, end of May, 31st, June 1,
and
2, 3.
Is all of this on bradolson.com?
Yes, this is. And I've just been booked at the Petaluma Ions Auditorium in middle May, and I have not got that on my website yet.
Okay. Well,
just fresh off the boat a month ago. Seriously.
For the people listening to this broadcast who don't have the video and you're just hearing the audio, you can you see these photos on your web page?
I can see them.
No. But like if somebody goes to your webpage, the video, the
Oh,
photos.
no, not really.
Okay.
No, I'm kind of saving those for my presentation. If they want to
Okay.
see more
So
of this stuff,
then you guys
come
need
hear
to
my
go.
talk.
Okay, then you guys go hear him talk because Brad Olson is the best in this field. So thank you so much, BradOlson.com. Thank you so much for being here. I can't wait till your new book comes out and we can hear all about it.
Thanks, Char. Great to talk with you again, and I
Thank
look
you.
forward to our next interview.
Okay, me too. All the best.
Have a good night.
You too. Thank you. Okay, everybody, I'm going to take some callers. I forgot to tell you in the beginning of the show that I will be taking some callers if you want a reading or if you just want to ask about your own intuition, your own psychic intuition, because, I do school for psychics. We're going to do one of those soon. And I really love hearing your stories or the dreams you've had about your loved ones who have crossed over. So we're going to take a quick break, and then we're going to take some callers. So don't go away. Hey, everybody. You probably think I only do individual readings, but sometimes I get a message for everybody. And I wrote a poem that was channeled through me, and I'd like to read it to you. It's called Until We Meet Again by Char Margolis, a message from heaven. My work is done. It's time to leave. Know that I am also missing you as you grieve. I completed my karma on the earth, and now it is time for my rebirth. I'm flying with eagles and dancing on stars. Please know that I haven't gone far. The love we have will carry us through until the day I am again with you. What an amazing journey this passing over can be. I am in good company. I know you hurt, but please trust me. Our journey together is for eternity. So until the day our souls reunite, stay peaceful and well, and use your spirit sight. I will bring you signs from up above, a butterfly, a bird, my sign of love. Don't worry about me. I'm in good hands. Stay strong, stay positive, and continue to pray. When it is your natural day to graduate from the earth, look for me in the bright white light. We have completed our purpose, and all will be right. This is handmade. It's signed by me. It's an affordable gift for any occasion. Just go to char.net and click on store. Thank you. Hi, everybody. It's Char. Well, many of you have asked if I teach psychic intuition, and I do. Everybody has a sixth sense. Everybody has an ability to prevent problems and attain goals in their lives. And I'd love to teach you. Just go to char.net, CHARNET, and join one of my classes and call Nikki and she'll help you out. Remember, intuition will take you places logic never could. Okay, we are back, and I wore green to wish everybody a happy St. Patrick's Day. So that's this Sunday and day after tomorrow. So I hope you guys have a safe, good time and don't drink and drive. Right? Okay. You don't have to be psychic to know that that's not smart. Okay, so let's get a caller.
We are back, and I wore green to wish everybody.
Hello?
Hi, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. So did you want to tell me about your own intuition, or did you want a reading?
A reading.
Okay. So just be open about everybody living and deceased, okay? And don't say any names unless I say it first. All right?
Okay.
Okay, so I see somebody that's a J or an M initial. Do you have somebody that's a J or an M?
I'm a J.
Okay, and in your first name, is there an N in it or an L?
An N.
Is it like Jennifer or Joan or Jean or Joanne?
Jennifer.
Jennifer. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, and did you have a question about a male?
Yes.
Is this somebody living that you had a question about?
No.
It's someone deceased. Was this family or romance?
family.
And was there a B or R with his name? Or a D or
No.
an R in his name?
A D.
Starts with D?
Correct.
Is it spelled D-A or D-O?
D-A.
Like David or Daniel? Or Darren?
David or Daniel.
Is it David or Daniel?
Yes. Uh-huh.
Are there two
Both.
people?
Yeah, there's two males that have, David and Daniel.
And is one a brother or father?
One's a father, the other's a stepfather.
Stepfather. Okay, so I feel like they're both here. One of
Yay.
them's apologizing. Did you have an issue with one of them?
Maybe. I wanted him to come to me and visit me in a dream on his birthday, and I was mad.
And you were mad.
That he didn't. That was just the other day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I knew someone was going to tell me about their own intuition or a dream or something. So anyway, but I feel like they're grateful to you. I'm mixing them up. So I know that somebody's grateful to you because you were so good to them.
That could be either.
Yeah. Did you take care of them when they were older or sick?
No, neither of them made it that far.
Okay. But you were still really good to them. And then the other thing is they're saying something like there was an issue about money, or they didn't have money, or they didn't leave money, or something about money.
Yeah, that could go with both of them.
Like they didn't leave money, or or there wasn't money, or something like this. Is that true?
Could be either one. Yes, true for both.
I think they're apologizing because they didn't leave you anything material. But I do feel like they're going to come to you more in your dreams to tip you off about stuff. So when you have that,
awesome.
So you need to write down your dreams, because what the dream you had the other day, you were mad at him, right?
That I didn't dream about him. I was mad.
Oh, because you didn't dream about it. Okay. All I know is when they do come, write it down, because the messages will be symbolic. Okay?
Okay.
And they're both in a good place, and they both love you. So at least you know when, a long time from now, when it's your turn to go to the other side, at least you know you two people that'll be there waiting for you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, sweetheart. Take care.
You too, Char. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, let's get another caller.
773.
Hello.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Is there an M person around you?
Yes.
Is that a female?
Yeah, if it's the one I'm thinking of, yes.
Is she is she deceased then, the M?
Yes.
And in her name, is there an A in it?
Yes.
Like M-A?
Yes.
Like May or Mary or Margaret?
The third one, Margaret.
Margaret. Okay. And is this your grandma or your mom?
Grandma.
Okay. So I feel like your grandma's around you. And was she not from America? Was she from another country?
Right. Correct.
Was she from England or?
Yep.
Yeah. Yep. She's coming. I don't know. She's handing me a cup of tea. That's why I knew she was from England. So,
that's hilarious.
Do you have her tea set or something, or did you just have tea with her?
No, I do have a teapot and a teacup that I hand painted for her when she was alive, and then I took it back after she died.
Yeah, she's showing.
I have it in my home.
Yeah, she's showing me that, and she's saying every time you use that teapot and that cup, she's going to sit down with you. When you call on her, she's going to sit down with you and join you for tea.
Oh, that's nice.
And especially when you get upset. Were you upset recently?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what this is all about, what she's telling me, but she's saying whenever you're frustrated, that she's going to, you just call her to have tea with you with her teapot that you made. And she loves that teapot. And she's happy you took it back.
Oh. Okay.
She's really happy you took it back. And there's flowers. She's showing me flowers.
I painted flowers on it.
You painted flowers on the teapot, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she loves.
And on the teacup. The teacup I don't use, but the teapot, if I have company that drinks tea, I do bring it out.
Yeah, that's so lovely. Yeah, she's showing that to me. And I think that's it for now. But thank you so much for calling. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
I love your grandma. She's
you
wonderful.
don't have anything from her daughter at all coming through, do you?
Is that your mom?
Yeah.
She's with your mom, but
that's who I was upset about.
I feel like she's with your mom. But I feel like she's taking care of your mom. Who is there an E or L?
There's an E.
Does it start with E?
Yeah, my grandfather started with an E.
Is he E with a D in it or an R?
No.
Or an
R.
Is it ER?
Yes.
Like Eric or Ernest?
Ernest.
Yeah, she's with Ernest and they're with your mom. And I feel like your mom is here too. I just don't know her name right now, but I feel like they're showing her the ropes over there.
You know, it was both of their death anniversaries recently, so I was thinking about all of them, and I was saying that they're all together, but I really wish that my mom was with me instead, you know.
Well, she can still come visit you.
I know she doesn't, though. She hasn't visited me.
You know what? Sometimes when we're too emotionally involved, it's hard because we want it so badly that sometimes you got to let go and let God and let it come in organically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Yeah, but no, not to worry. She's with Ernest and Margaret. No worries. And she's with you too.
Thank you so much.
God bless you. You're welcome.
I know
sweetheart.
she is. I just have to believe it, but I haven't felt it for myself. I know it in theory, but not, you know, I haven't experienced it myself.
You don't want listen. You don't want to rush to get there to figure it out. You'll learn soon enough when it's your time to get to the other side. But you know, it's a belief system, and I understand that. And you know, I have no doubt about the spirit world. I have no doubt that there's good and bad places you can go to in the spirit world. I have no doubt that there's karma. I have no doubt that love is the most important thing in the world. And they love you, and you need to understand. If you just understand that, you'll never have a problem. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Take care.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
You too. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Okay, so let's get one more caller in. Hello?
Hello?
How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. So just say yes or no to me. I see, is there somebody that's in a J or S initial connected with you?
Like at present?
Or either, or was there?
There's two people. There's one J in present, and then there was a J in the past as well.
Was it a romance?
It was complicated.
Okay, so is it a male J?
Yeah.
And was one of them spelled J with an M in it, or an N? Or J-O?
An N.
Like John?
J-O.
John, or...
And then...
Was it John?
And no, Jordan.
Oh, Jordan.
Sorry, I gave you the name.
Okay, that's okay. Jordan, John, that's okay. But that was one, and then now there's a J as well.
Correct.
Okay, and is there an A or E in that name?
No.
Okay, and there's not. Is there an O?
Oh, there's an O. Actually, there's two J's, and in my present, there's an O in one.
Okay.
And then there's.
Is there a Justin?
An A in the other.
Is there a Justin or?
No.
Or a Joe? I don't know. I don't know the name. I just keep getting J. Is there a Joe or J-O?
J. It's J.
Okay, that might be the best I get with that one. So
Okay.
this is a romance now,
No.
or
No.
was the old boyfriend was a Jordan?
Jordan was a complex relationship, and then
And was there like an affair? Or it was just
no.
It was just okay. And then here's the other thing: is there anyone around you who's either gay or transgender or?
I mean, gay.
Are you gay?
I am, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I'm feeling this. Okay, but do you have a romance now?
I don't.
Okay, is that something you're looking for?
It is.
Because sometimes I go to the past to get to the present to get to the future, and I don't know if you put a wall up after Jordan, and that you are afraid of romance. But I feel like there's opportunity coming, but you need to kind of allow it and cast your fate to the wind. Because I feel like are you anywhere near the ocean or Miami or?
I'm from Florida.
You're from Florida.
I grew up in the Keys, so I grew up surrounded by water.
Okay. Yeah, I have a feeling that there will be another romance for you. And also, who did you know, Matthew or Michael or?
I'm Michael.
Oh, your name's Michael. Oh, okay.
Yes.
So they're saying Michael will have a romance. Then that's probably what I'm getting. Because you didn't tell us your name, right? We don't have that down. We don't have that, right, Tony?
No, I
no.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So just be open-minded. There will be a romance for you. Don't give up. Don't give up. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, sweetie.
I have an intuition for you.
Oh, I want to
Char.
hear.
What's that?
I'm ready.
Okay. I've seen this for you for a while because I've listened to your show and I've watched your YouTube videos.
Thank you.
And I feel like here's what I'm going to tell you. First of all, your spirit is so, there's compassion and kindness in a way that I've never, ever seen before. So I'm so thankful for your presence here because you've got this kindness and compassion, empathy for people that is extremely rare. So I'm really thankful for that.
Thank you.
What I've seen for you is I feel like you're going to live a very long life.
Oh, well, that's good. That'll make me people happy as long as I'm healthy.
Yep. That's the weird part is that I never felt any health issues with you.
Wow.
It was like I saw you. It's like a long life that you're going to live. And then as you get older, you do. And it's so weird because I have no idea how old you are now, but you feel really youthful to me. And I feel like it's the same as you kind of get older. But when you get older, you're going to become more of a mentor. And I don't know. I'm hearing Nostradamus. I don't know who that is, and I don't know anything about that. But I've heard it before, but I don't know.
Nostradamus.
But I feel like for you, when you get older, as you start to get older,
right,
you're going to become someone who tells prophecies, and you're going to live to see them come to pass. But they're for the world. it's like the collective. It's everyone. You like predict prophecies, and
wow,
it's like you kind of take your intuition to an entirely new level. Whereas now you're reading for individual people,
right.
But then as you get older, it's for everyone.
Well,
for everyone, and
Michael,
you become very known for that.
Michael, first of all, thank you for your kind words, and thank you for your support. It means the world to me. And it's interesting because everything you're telling me is in my chart, is in my astrological chart.
Oh.
So because I need to validate it for you, because your intuition is spot on as far as my chart is concerned, and everything that you've said about it. And I don't know, I kind of have this feeling that when the new book comes out in 2020, like I'm going to be able to help more people.
Mm-hmm.
So
there's a lot more work for you to do than you've realized. What you've done so far is like a fraction of what you're actually supposed to do, but it comes later in age, and then you see more clearly. You see so much more for the masses.
Wow.
And you're going to be known for that, because it's going to be like so spot on. So I've always seen that for you.
Wow.
I've always seen that for you.
Well, thank you,
yeah.
Michael. You're a doll. I'm proud of you because you trust your own intuition and your own gut. Are you watching the Reading Queens that I do on RuPaul's Drag Race, the Queens? Are you watching that?
No, I didn't know you were on there.
Oh, well, okay, no, it's at Wow Presents Plus. And I'm reading for the drag queens now, and I love them.
Oh my goodness, that's so fun!
It is. It's so much fun, and they're not in drag, most of them. So I really get to the soul of the human being and the person and who they are.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I know you connected with people in the entertainment industry. Do you have like a meeting? Did you have a lunch? Or do you have a lunch coming up like soon with someone who's kind of well known in the entertainment industry?
You know, I just had an early dinner with my manager, who I signed a contract on something.
This was a new thing?
Yeah, it's part of something I'm doing, and I do actually. Oh, I am meeting someone tomorrow for lunch who's kind of well known.
Yes,
and actually, who's also a producer, an executive producer somewhere.
Yes,
Michael,
yes,
you're going to be my new psychic.
This is what I was feeling. Tomorrow I literally felt like it was tomorrow, because I was hearing Saturday. But so whatever this lunch is, It's like whoever you're meeting with is connected. Is connected and known in the industry. And this is going to be kind of like a turning point. Something's happening. Something's developing with your career. You're going into there's a new cycle coming up, or a new chapter. Like you're going into a new thing where it feels like you're going to get more exposure, but then you've also got some behind the scenes stuff, but then you've got more exposure. But it's like something like that, like a big kind of change in your career. It's so good, though. I feel like for you, it's going to feed your soul.
Darling Michael, do you do this? Do you read people?
I do, yeah.
And do you read cards, or you're a psychic, and is this what you do for your work, or you just do it for fun?
I do it on the side. I do charge people. I read cards, but I mostly feel energy, and then I see like visions.
Wow.
Does this make sense to you, what I'm saying?
Yep. Wait. What was the last thing you said? You make commission?
No, with your career.
With my stuff. It all makes amazing sense, and you're really wonderful, and I so appreciate you getting a hold of me. And would you follow me on Facebook so I can thank you?
Absolutely. Yeah, I follow you on Twitter. I'm pretty sure I follow you on Facebook. I'll double check. But I'm so glad I had the opportunity to share this with you, because I was really hoping to be able to tell you.
Wow.
That's something I felt for a while. So,
well, yeah. You warm my heart, and I'm grateful. And thank you so much, Michael. I'm sending you a big hug over the phone. You're very special. Don't stop.
Likewise.
Don't stop doing your work. It's important.
Thank you.
Come to DragCon. Come to DragCon. I'm speaking there in Los Angeles.
Ooh.
In May.
Oh gosh. In May. Okay,
yeah.
I got to look that up.
Okay, I'd love to meet you. Take care of yourself, honey.
Okay, you too. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Well, that was a first on Char Vision. Besides when I do School for Psychics with famous people, Michael's a gifted young man, and I probably should have given out his number or something. But anyway, yeah, he kind of took me by surprise, but that was so sweet. All right, everybody, we're sending prayers out to the people in New Zealand that were so many lives were suddenly taken, children, men, women, horrifying. Send prayers out to them, because those prayers really, really help people. And I'm grateful for all of you for watching. And remember, intuition will take you places logic never could. Be well. Bye-bye.